Salam, salam. This is Unity. Oh, I'm looking over here. I'm using my son's phone, trying to get a better lighting. I mean, a better, what do you call it? Just a better, y'all can see me a little better because I'm redoing a lot of things as far as cameras and all that. So I'm just checking to see how his work. For some reason, it looks like I done got darker. Let me see. I guess it's all right. I know what's going on. It looks like it's been raining outside. But I want to do this video. I wanted to talk about. I know in my other video I was talking about Crossroads, and I was talking about how we can have more than one crossroad. We can have three, just for instance, just my little way of saying, we can have like 3 crossroads over here. It could be different, 3 different paths. It's 3 different paths, but each one can be, they different, but each one will be like heaven at the end. And over here you have 3 different paths, and each one of them can be hell and struggle and all that. So I was just thinking, like the life we live in now, do we feel like this is the life that we should be living? Do we feel like we should be in a better place? The reason why I'm saying that, because just for me, for instance, I remember when I was like 5 years old. Most kids play with dolls and all that stuff. My mom didn't. She had like 4 girls, so she couldn't afford to get dolls. And then they didn't really have black dolls. So the only closest thing I knew was white Cabbage Patch. That was the closest thing. And a Cher doll. A friend of mine had a Cher doll, and the doll, they literally made her black. She was darker than me, and I guess they just wanted to. They were saying she was Indian, but they literally made her black. And I remember playing with my friend doll when I was like 9 years old. But when I was like 5, we had moved from up north to down here, to down south. And I remember just standing in front of my yard. You know how little kids just turn around in a circle? I was like turning around in a circle with my hands out like this, and I was just turning around, and I was just like, where's God, and why I'm here, and what I'm supposed to do? And it's so crazy because I was asking questions like, what is my purpose? And I was 5 years old asking that. And I can remember when I was like growing up, I always felt really different from my brothers and my sisters. I always felt like, well, my brother and my sister, I have brothers and my sisters, and I always felt like just really different from them. And I know as I started growing, when I got like 12, I kind of started like studying. Like I remember getting really obsessed with Egyptians. And then I had found out that they was black, and just really a really different child. And then, like I said, I was going to the Nation of Islam, but I'm gonna do a video on that, just growing up in the nation. But so it was just always different for me. And every time I learned something about history, I was just so excited. I was really young with that, and as a teenager, I always made A's in history. Like I was obsessed with history. I was obsessed with the way other people worked and how other people lived, and I was just obsessed with that. And then as I started getting older, I just started getting into different black cultures and just studying. Knowledge is infinite, so you're gonna find so much. But my main thing is just growing. I'm 40 years old. I'll be 41 at the end of the year. And I was just sitting here and I was just thinking about how we can, it's like all of the here come Budha, y'all. He just woke up. Y'all probably ain't gonna be able to see him. Oh yeah, you can. Hey Budha, you just woke up? Oh Budha, hungry? Esau, come put Budha in something to eat. You don't get wrapped up in a cord. Okay. So I was just thinking about the life that we're living now. I know black people aren't supposed to be in the position they is as a whole. I just know that. I know that's not nothing that we supposed to be. And people say if it's that way, that's what God wanted us to be. I don't really believe that. It just don't feel right. It don't feel natural. It don't feel right. All the stuff that's going on against us just over time, over the history of just us. So, you know, and just growing up, the life that I done lived, I met beautiful people, and they was like, you know, people that done been on TV doing big things. They was like, oh, meet this powerful sister. And then, you know, at first I'm like, I'm powerful? I knew it was something different, and I knew I had something to do with humanity. It's just so many things on earth. I mean, so many things that was a part of my life that I done dealt with people, and they see it, and I see it, and I knew I was different, and I knew I got to do something to fulfill humanity, and I knew. But I guess sometimes we live in this society, we'll get sidetracked of our divine mission. And I truly believe everybody have a purpose, but I truly believe that some people die without fulfilling their purpose. And that's a sad situation. So I think what it is, you know how like when we was younger and we say, when I get big, I'm going to be an artist, I'm going to be a singer, I'm going to be this. I think if we go back to what we supposed to be doing, and no matter where we at in our life, if we go back to those dreams, hopes, and aspirations, how we be like, oh, I'm older now, I can't do that. I feel like if we go back and do that, everything will fall in order, because we doing things that we was innocently, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's just a fall in order. But I think a lot of times we have so many trials and tribulations of doing certain things. Don't come mess with me. I'm not rubbing you. It's because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. And I think we have a couple of paths, but we always picking in this society. It was built off corruption, lies, stealing, raping, and all that. A lot of us even if we not in that stuff, the energy of it still get us sidetracked from doing what we're supposed to be doing. And so I think that's what it is. I think if it's something that you know you're supposed to be doing, I think that you, no matter where you at in life, go back to it and do it. And do it now. I don't care if you say you was going to be a teacher, you was going to be an actor. It's never too late. You can be an actor. You can use the platform as a YouTube person and start doing little scripts. If you say you want to be a dancer, you could do it. It's easier to do that stuff now. It was easier to do it back then, but a lot of times we don't believe, and it's all about belief. You have to believe in you, even if so many people see it. I mean, I done wrote children's books. I done been a part of poetry troupe. I done did a lot of stuff in the 40 years, and every time somebody meet me, they be like, "Oh my God, it's like you're gonna be a millionaire one day." It's like they see the richness and they see the talent and they see all that. And I've been hearing this all my life. So why I'm not there? Because I'm not. Everybody see this. You ever met somebody and they be like, "Oh, you should be a model, you should be a singer, and it should be this," and then they don't. It's not saying I don't use my gifts. I use them, but it's something going. I'm reevaluating things. It's something going on that I need to put things in perspective, and I need to pick those paths of righteousness and completion of mission. I'm just trying to put it in words instead of the other paths that's taking me all through the struggle and all that. So I think that's what it is. We have to pick. And I think if we wasn't in a society that was built on falsehood and destruction and false reality and all that, naturally we would go through the right paths. So now we got to fight for that. And I truly believe if you go through that path, it'll be easy. You got to go back to what you destined to do. And that's what I want to say about this video. All right, y'all. Salam, salam.